Okay, this is Review magazine.
Yeah, and
they did a special.
They did a special. This is the 30 greatest slasher movies.
So we're here to pass unfair judgment upon their decisions.
Yeah, we're going to say whether we like these or not.
Now, what's the first one? Psycho. I have no problem with that. Psycho's good. I went to see Psycho at the cinema actually with my friend Josh a couple of years ago. They did a re-release of it, and it was.
I still have to see that actually. Yeah.
I've still not seen Psycho.
No.
Oh man, you need to. It's great.
And our old.
Oh, Blood Feast is in it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's just not say anything.
That's
like that.
the Bay of Blood. No idea what that is.
No,
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas.
I've heard of it. There's a remake of it with Michelle Trachtenberg.
One of the things that's weird about Black Christmas is that Margot Kidder's in it, who is Lois Lane from the Superman movies.
Oh, brilliant. There's a remake of Black Xmas with Michelle Trachtenberg in it.
Yeah, the remake's actually called Black Xmas.
Black Xmas, yeah. It's noted to me because Michelle Trachtenberg, I've made her sound like an SS officer.
Isn't Vince Vaughn in the Psycho remake?
He might be. But anyway, yeah, so Michelle Trachtenberg is Dawn from Buffy, and Buffy is just the greatest human achievement of all time.
Okay, and there we go. There's our man Leatherface.
Yeah,
okay.
Gunnar Hansen, actor that played Leatherface.
Texas Chainsaw
Massacre is... I know we're planning to do a big review thing on the entire series. I can't avoid talking about how brilliant the film is.
Yeah.
Much longer. It's one of...
It's one of the best directed films ever, but
it's also,
at the same time, it's one of the worst scripted films ever.
I don't think the script's terrible. It's more just it had such a terrible rap. I think largely just because it's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which makes it sound like a grindhouse song.
There's only one chainsaw.
There's more gore in Watership Down than there is in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm not joking. There is, and like it got like. The mafia distributed in porn cinemas and grindhouse theatres, and then I think some critics found it somewhere and it became popular in the early 80s.
Yeah.
But it's like...
So that'll probably be the next episode.
Hopefully, if we can track down Beth McMahon and Christopher Anderson.
Alice, sweet Alice.
H-O-N, Hon. Sorry.
Alice, sweet Alice.
If she ever sees me again, she's going to beat the shite out of me. So.
Yeah. Anyway, for the third time, Alice, sweet Alice. Never heard of that. Okay.
Hills of Eyes I've heard of. It's one of those films I've never seen, but everyone I know is always trying to get me to see it.
Same here. Wes Craven.
Actually, except my mum, because my mum told me that she tried to watch it once and that it was the worst film she ever saw, but then my mum's squeamish, so...
So, Wes Craven, our old friend Wes Craven.
Last House on the Left, by the way. Everyone is disgusted I like Last House on the Left, because the entire film...
I'm not.
It's like, the whole plot of the film, two girls get kidnapped, tortured and raped over and over again, which is horrible, but what I like about it is it goes from the horrible scenes of people being tortured and raped to like slapstick comedy where some policemen lock themselves out of their car or fall off a pickup truck, then this nonsensical bit where someone's parents are organising a birthday party. It's just the tone change is brilliant.
So yeah, even though we don't mention Craven a lot, I suppose we're both fans, really.
Yeah, Elm Street, Scream, Last House on the Left is great.
Red Eye, have you seen that?
I've not seen Red Eye.
Red Eye's a good movie. Yeah.
Saw Shocker, which is a lesser known work for reasons.
And finally, on the last of this page, Halloween.
Halloween, oh god. We'll go into more detail on this later, so I'll mention this brief fact about it, that's actually a William Shatner mask he's wearing.
Yeah, it's modelled off of Shatner.
I'm sure if you know anything about horror, you knew that already, but I'm still amazed by that. It's William Shatner killing naked babysitters.
So, in case, I
want that to be a newspaper headline at some point in the future. William Shatner kills naked babysitter. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that at Halloween, obviously.
Yep. Friday the 13th,
Yay.
which I've not seen. I've seen part 6 through 10.
Yeah, I've
11,
seen all of them except their 9 and the remake, which I don't plan on seeing the remake.
Oh, the remakes actually, out of all the Michael Bay remakes, and I have a deep loathing and detest for the Michael Bay remakes, the Friday the 13th one is the best.
Jesus, Texas, man, Texas is a good remake.
Oh, come on, I don't know what the thing with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is. The original is so good.
No, but they rationalise everything in the remake. You know, you don't know how these people can get away with that in the original.
Yeah, I know. But this, I think
They explain it in the
admittedly,
remake.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is harder to understand how they managed to dispose of it all, because they're like going into the city and selling the meat to people, and they find fingernails in it, and no one questions why there's like a whole toe in their steak pie.
The Boogeyman. Never heard of that.
No, My Bloody Valentine and The Burning are both films I've heard of but never seen.
The Funhouse. This is one I want to see. This is.
Is it any good? Do you know?
Toby Hooper directed it, so.
Oh yeah, Toby Hooper's Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist.
Right,
And then there's actually some conspiracy that it was actually Spielberg that did Poltergeist, and it's just on the books, Toby Hooper, but, you know, fuck Spielberg, he's too mainstream.
Pieces.
No idea. Psycho 2 is... I'd agree with their statement here that it's a lot better than it sounds. Psycho 3 and 4 are just shit, and so is the remake. Sleepaway Camp. You know, you're expecting me to say this is one I've not seen. I'm really kind of disappointed to say I have seen it, and it's one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. Imagine Friday the 13th meets The Crying Game. That's the plot twist at the end. It's a chick with a dick, and because she's a chick with a dick, that means she has to kill people, because that's how science works.
Friday Part 4, Friday 13th.
Yeah, that's like just before the film that I saw. Just before Friday the 13th Part 6.
We won't count 5.
5 doesn't exist.
Yeah, I've seen this one. This is the best Friday. Take my word for it.
Okay. Corey Feldman in it.
Corey Feldman kills Jason in it,
I loved Corey Feldman when he was like a child star. Stand By Me is like one of the best films ever made.
Of course, says man himself. This is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah, there's Robert Englund. We fantasised a bit earlier, I think, in this episode about going to the pub with him. Mm-hmm. He actually looks like my uncle.
I think one of the things we both have to say is that this Nightmare is a good movie, but we're quite shocked that Dream Warriors isn't in this.
Yeah, Part 3 of the Dream Warriors is better. I think in the first kind of pilot episode of this, we showed a clip from Dream Warriors, the puppet thing.
Blood Puppet,
yeah. Just point of reference, the very first thing Robert Englund ever did was a sci-fi TV show called V, where he played the only...
he's in V?
Yeah,
wow.
he's the friendly alien.
Cool.
Yeah,
my mum's been watching the remake of V.
Oh, the remake sucks. Listen, look at the original.
April Fool's Day.
Now, I've not seen that, but some guys that do a thing called Slaughter Film I can't remember where, I think they're in Vancouver. If you're watching this as well, you guys are cool as well. You inspired me, maybe not him, he doesn't know who you are. But they did April Fool's Day, and what I got from it was that the plot twist at the end is that it's not actually a serial killer, it's an elaborate April Fool's Day joke, which as a plot twist is like on par with I woke up and it was all a dream. It's just,
Silent Night, Deadly Night. Christmas horror movie.
Yeah, I've heard stuff about Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 being basically a clip show of Silent Night, Deadly Night 1.
Child's Play, Chucky, of course.
Yeah, Child's Play is a guilty pleasure for me in that I don't know any other horror fans that genuinely like the Child's Play movies. The only thing I'll go for, the common consensus is that Seed of Chucky is like worse than shit, but all the other Child's Play movies are great.
And what the hell is this? Stage Fright Aquarius?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't even see the picture properly.
Candyman?
I could talk forever about Candyman. I think it's unfair to call it a slasher movie. It's way better. So I know I'm a horror fan. I'm not meant to be looking on slasher films with disdain, but you know, it's more kind of psychological thriller than slasher movie. And Tony Todd, he's just creepy as fuck, man. And there are some brilliant stories behind the making of it. Like there's a bit where they put some magic pheromone on him. That's the scientific term, magic pheromone, all over him, so like bees wouldn't sting him. And then they covered him in bees, and the bees kind of go in and out of his mouth. You know, it's great. He like becomes one with the bees.
Scream, this is a good one. Scream's awesome.
Scream, yeah, we're doing that at some point.
We'll do that. I think Beth will have to come out of hiding for that one.
Or we'll find her. H-O-N, man, H-O-N. Wrong Turn.
Never heard of that.
No, but That looks familiar. Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy vs. Jason! Yay!
That is the horror nerd wet dream, basically, Freddy vs. Jason. I think that...
just see this movie, it's awesome.
I think the only film that maybe beats it in kind of sheer horror nerdiness is Friday the 13th Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell.
Or Scream.
Well, I suppose maybe Scream. I think with Part 9...
You've got so many obvious references in Scream.
I know, but they're in Part 9 as well. Part 9 is like Nightmare on Elm Street, Evil Dead, The Birds, Creepshow, Halloween, it's all there. It's brilliant.
Saw.
I love Saw. I don't understand why no one else loves Saw. I don't think anyone ever admits to loving Saw, but I do.
Hostel.
Eli
Roth.
Never watched Hostel. I've not got a massive urge to watch Hostel.
I haven't.
The
only reason is because Eli Roth directed it.
Quentin Tarantino produced it as well.
Oh man, in case... Well, this hasn't been mentioned yet, but I'm a massive Tarantino fan, so...
Oh, so we both are. He's seen more of the films. I've seen Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown, and I'm a fan, so you know it's...
Well, I've seen all of them, so yeah. Even the ones he wrote, so yeah. Cold Prey, never heard of that. And Hatchet, never heard of that.
Oh no, I love Hatchet. Hatchet is Adam Green. It's basically it's a modern slasher movie. Why are you filming me all of a sudden?
Because we're done, man.
It's basically the same as Friday the 13th. It's exactly the same plot, right down to Kane Hodder plays the killer.
Kane Hodder plays the killer.
Yeah,
wow.
And it's like it's kind of deformed child gets killed, and then father takes revenge. Then father gets killed. Then deformed child turns out to be a zombie of some kind. Tony Todd and Robert Englund are both in it as well. So it's like a horror reunion. It's great.